In this video we will show how to debug an application. So the first thing we'll do here is to start the server. We do a normal launch, so the server is directly activated. Now we want to start the client. So before doing that, I first open the component definition of the client. We open Robotics CDT editor and we set a breakpoint. Well, here first thing is we drag it to the right. Now we set the breakpoint. And now we go back to our component assembly. And now we start debugging the application. When we launch the debugger via the context menu, Papyrus for Robotics will create a launch or debug configuration. This configuration contains the necessary arguments for the program to run correctly. So for instance, the required remappings and the ROS parameter file. Call debug ROS2 code. And the first thing that CDT does when we debug an application, C++ application, is to automatically break the main. So that is the case here, and now we run the application. Now I go back to the component assembly because we first need to activate the node. It's not activated by default if you debug, so first we configure. In the next step we activate the node. And what you see now, once we have done that, the debugger is kicking in again. So here we are seeing the add client, and we can see here on the stack trace on the left, we can now just continue a few lines and see that we can actually see some of the parameter values, and we can debug the application. So for now we just continue and we shut down the node again. You see in the below here in the console, which we are closing now, you see that the calls have been executed, and we can now also clean up the client. We can stop it, and then as usual with CDT we can remove the terminated launches.